Can you tell which one of these Funko Pops are fake? This video today is going to save you a lot of future headaches. Don't be like me because I just wasted $160 on fake Funko Pops. Let's start today's video right now. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to show off two Funko Pops that I ordered off of Mercari, and things didn't go how I planned for them to go. I'm going to show you these Pops that were fake, how I know they're fake now, and we'll go through the process of how you'll be able to tell certain Funko Pops are fake in probably ways you've never seen before. So make sure you watch this whole entire video. Let me know what you think in the comments when it's all said and done. And if we provide some value and entertainment for you today, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to start things off and kick it off with Compound Hulk that I ordered, and I'm going to show you some images online of me ordering the pop and what it looked like. So let's pull those up real quick and walk through it. All right, everybody, so what I want to do is walk you through some images of the Funko Pop that I got, show you what it looked like, and just so you can see for yourself the images. And we're going to go through and look at it together and then go over some hints of how you can, tell if there's if you get a Funko Pop that's fake. All right, guys, so here's some of the images we're going to look at today, and we're going to highlight some things so you'll be able to know if a pop is fake or not. We'll take a look at all that too. So here's the bottom of the box here. You can kind of look at that and see, okay, well, you got the ID number, you got your Funko.com. Maybe nothing too crazy on the box at the bottom. Then when we go to the side here, now this is what worried me from the original listing of the pop, and I'll go ahead and we'll flip over to the real actual listing of that pop itself. The only thing is it's going to say sold over the middle, so some things will be a little difficult to see, but that text of the Compound Hulk, that wasn't the type of font normally that Funko uses, so that was a warning sign when I first started looking at this, and I should have looked at it a little harder before I went ahead and purchased that pop. So that stood out initially when I went to go ahead and order it. Flipping it over to the front, now I knew this pop was a Toy Anxiety exclusive, so I knew that part, right? And when I went through and I was Googling images, a lot of the pop itself looked the same. The teeth that were kind of throwing me off a little bit too. I'll kind of zoom in for you a little bit on it. The teeth, I didn't think those teeth were real when I ordered it. I thought, man, look, because there's lines in the teeth. I thought that was fake. If I zoom in a little bit better so you can see it, I didn't think that was real at all. But it turns out that it actually really does look like that. And I've noticed that the box actually, you see the yellow around the eye, but on the pop itself, it had a black border, and that was a warning sign I thought as well. But then when you look at the real images, the real pop even has that black border around the yellow eye. So again, that was a couple things I noticed, like, well, maybe this makes this pop, fake and then not a real pop. But I kept looking at the online images like, man, it kind of does look like that. So I'll keep going. I went and looked at the back of the box, and that pretty much matched up with things I saw. I was like, okay. I was like, the back of the box looks legit, so that was good. So that was the images I saw. But, the good thing is I'm going to show you a couple things that people pointed out to me, and I was lucky enough to ask the Dr. Applesauce Facebook group, does anybody have a legit check? Can somebody check this out for me? I'll pull that up real quick, and I'm going to show you some of the responses that I got. All right, so here is my post here in the Collecting with Dr. Applesauce group. You kind of can see I had a legit check on it. The barcode scanned it in, and I was concerned. You see all the things I was concerned with when I got it in. And a couple people had some great points to make. Like Derek Williams that came out and said, hey, the lettering definitely screams fake. At least the box is fake. And somebody put a picture up. Now this one was the metallic one, so that was a little bit different because they're talking about the paint job, so that really didn't apply. And again, they can say the research, the C is a big tail on the side, it's too skinny. And the space between the letters as well as the distance in the C are big tails, which you can kind of see on here on an actual Compound Hulk box. versus, I'll go back to mine one more time just so you can see the different spacing. Again, now look how spaced out my compound Hulk is versus this compound Hulk. So you can see the letters are much closer. And again, Patrick Calkins had a great point too. The green part is way too far over. It's supposed to be half green, half red on his nose. And I'll show you what mine looked like as well. Now I zoomed in on mine. Now, if you look, the green is a little over the middle of the nose. Like, it's pretty much covering the whole part of the nose. It's a little too far over. And you can see on the middle of the box that it goes right down the middle. So whoever did it, the paint job was correct. So that was a great point. So let's go back and look at the Facebook group for any more hints. And again, Jeremy Neo said the JJL font seemed way too thin. And if we go back and look at mine, then you can actually see, yeah, that JJL is a reference to the sticker on the bottom of the box, and it does look thin. So those are some telltale signs how I could tell, you know, this pop, you know, was fake. And I'm going to show you the images of the actual listing on Mercari, because I knew it was too good to be true in a way, but it was worth it to take a shot on it. PPG, this pop's over 200. Somebody was selling it for 60. I should have known better, but I have found deals like that before in the past. But I'll tell you, Mercari is notorious for fake Funko Pops. So let me show you the actual listing. Here's the actual listing from the seller. I'm not going to show the seller's name, but I'm just going to show you the pictures that were posted up. So here's the different pictures. Of course, it's going to have sold over it because I bought the item. But looking at the images, right, if you didn't know, you know, compound Hulk, you know, it's kind of hard to tell with the glare. You know, the sticker itself was on there. The JJL, I should have paid more attention to that. But again, when I was Googling the images, it looked pretty close. You know, even when I had that sold, you bought this item, you know, once that kind of was off of it, it looked so similar. It was really hard to tell. And I'm telling you this for your guys' knowledge, because I've been collecting for like 7 or 8 years. And even me, the telltale signs that I know about, this one tripped me up on a couple things, and I should know better. But we are going to look at ways to identify a fake Funko Pop. Now, that was Compound Hulk. I want to move over and show you Mr. Krabs next. Okay, so here's my images of Mr. Krabs when I got that one in. I'll kind of zoom in on it for you a little bit. So here's the images of that when I got it in the mail. Mr. Krabs. You know, we're going to look at some of the telltale signs on it, and I'll show you the actual listing. But I know I told you in the beginning of the video, which one do you think was the fake Funko Pop? Well, spoiler alert, both of them are fake. That's right, both of these pops are fake. Mr. Krabs, let's go through and look at the telltale signs. Again, something I should have noticed when I went to order it. Mr. Krabs, the spacing of the name is spaced out too far. I should have recognized this. I looked at it. I was like, man, that kind of looks too spaced out. But it was kind of hard to be, you know, certain. The seller was selling this one close to PPG. And both these sellers have had decent ratings. So I was like, okay, well, maybe they, you know, are legit. Let me, you know, let's check it out. So here's just some more images of it. You know, the front. Here's the back of it. You know, that actually matched up. But again, here's the back. That matched up with what it was supposed to look like. And I'll show you a couple other images. Here's the top of the box. Now I'm going to tell you here, if you double click on this, that television font is off. And I should have recognized that as well, but I didn't when I went to order it. That television font is not the correct font. And again, just to show you kind of the barcodes and stuff, you kind of want to see, hey, where's it made in? You know, a lot of times you'll see like made in Vietnam, you know, on a lot of the Funko products. So you kind of want to check that. Some, you know, say made in China. And that could be a telltale sign too when you get some that do say made in China, because that's where a lot of fakes are coming out of. And again, I'm going to show you real quick the actual listing and show you what it looked like when I ordered it. All right, so here we go. You guys can see on here the Funko Pop Mr. Krabs. Spent close to PPG on it because PPG is about $150. I was getting a little bit of a deal on it. Ordered that one. And again, I'm not going to show you the seller's name or anything, but I'm going to go through and just show you the images. Of course, it's going to have sold on it, but you can kind of see, looking through the box, I was worried about the television font. That kind of was a telltale sign, but I wasn't 100% sure. And again, just flipping through Mr. Krabs, I was worried about the spacing out of the name, and I should have went with my gut on that. The bottom looked like it matched. A lot of the other stuff looked like it matched. But hey, you know, I'm not perfect either. You know, sometimes you know, I struggle at detecting fakes and stuff. And I'm going to show you again what I posted this in the Dr. Applesauce group, what the group had to say. All right, again, so here I am in the Dr. Applesauce group. I already showed you these images, but a lot of people had this to say. You know, Nick Westerback was nice enough to say, hey, unfortunately it's a fake. Immediately can spot that the font on the side is incorrect. Of course, a lot of people were saying the font on the side. I didn't know, Kenneth, when he said this is the fake, the M is on his claw. Didn't know that. A lot of people were saying the television font. And finally, somebody hit me up and showed me what the actual text and the font look like and how close the letters are. So you can kind of see here, look how close those letters are, right? That's a very close, the Mr. Krabs versus, let's go back to mine. There you go. So you see the font on mine is way more spaced out than what the correct version, the real authentic version should look like. And I'll go back over to it just so you can see it. But that is what the real version of it should look like. And let's go back over to group one last time for any other tips. But yeah, again, a Don't Eat Welsh was nice enough to post all these images again of what the bottom of the box should look like, all the original images. So I really appreciated that. That really helped us determine that this was a fake Funko Pop. Now, again, like I told you, Macari is very notorious for fake Funko Pops. So what I want to do next is I want to kick it over. I'm going to show you tips to how to identify a fake Funko Pop. All right, so what I did is I pulled up some information. This is from popcollectorsalliance.com. You can go check this out for yourself. A lot of great tips. I'll highlight a few big ones. You can read all these yourself on the website. But again, here's a telltale sign, guys, too. If you're on eBay, it's shipping from China. It's 99.9% chance it's fake. Yeah, if it's coming from China, there's so many are fake out of China as well. You know, it's a really telltale sign. Again, like they talk about too, you know, if the price sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. And if not all, most of them, that's a big red flag. If it's too good to be true, like you saw when I picked up that Compound Hulk and put 60 for it, PPG's over 200, that was a sign. But like I said, I have found deals for that because some people just maybe really need the money and want to get rid of something. Again, here's something else you want to look at too. Here we go. We talked about the deep discounts. Here again too, we just talked about a deep discount. So if somebody's doing a super big discount on it, it's probably too good to be true, just what I said earlier. And again, be sure to check feedback on sellers, right? And again, it talks about this here. When purchasing from Facebook, local swaps, Macari, of course, check the feedback on sellers. Now, the ones I purchased from had positive feedback. So, you know, it's not always perfect. Maybe the sellers sometimes don't know that they have a fake Funko Pop because some people may not have been collecting a long time. So here's some advice for you when you're buying a pop. Is something that's a little bit higher value. What I recommend you do is definitely ask to see as many images as possible of the pop. I'm going to highlight that one. Ask to see as many images as possible of the pop. Make sure you ask to see every side. You want to see the bottom, the top, the sides of the box, the front of the box, because you can tell those fonts. You'll be able to see those. You'll be able to see all the paint jobs of the pop. You want to get as many as possible. And if somebody doesn't want to give you pictures of the pop, there's another warning sign. Let's talk about the common themes of counterfeit Funko items. Let's take a look at these. So here you go. You saw the imprinted, you know, item SKU. You got the JJL sticker on here. You got some other factory stickers on here, some other imprints. What you can do is you can, like he says, verify the product number on the bottom of a box. Now make sure you check it out. Again, like this says, please note that a counterfeit Pop's item number will almost always appear in bolder text accompanied with a wider sticker. A lot of people might not know that. So again, make sure you check your stickers. You can verify those online. Most of them, most fakes don't even have product numbers. So that's another good way you can tell as well. The box artwork is another big one. All you have to do, like you said, just Google images of what the pop looks like versus what you're seeing. That's another good way to do it. And again, I've seen this a lot in person. Borders. And here's what we're going to show you about the borders here. So some people, here you go, Martian Manhunter. Some of the borders are too thick, like this one that's circled here. It's too thick versus this one, which is the right one. It's a little bit smaller, not as wide of a border there. And again, you'll see other borders here where it's just, it doesn't match up with Funko is very clean with their borders and designs. So that is an easy way to tell. And we've been talking about this one today, the box fonts and logos. We've talked a lot about the box fonts. Now here you go. Here's got some images of the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. There's not even the name of the show up here where this pop is from. Again, this sticker right here would normally have a Funko image above it, and I'll show you that in a second. There's what the right one would look like, and there's where the Funko above that con sticker should be. You can kind of see how that would lay out a little bit better. That is another telltale sign that they're missing those things. It's fake. Numbering is super important way to tell as well. Checking out the numbers. You want to make sure the number matches up with the Funko Pop because every one of them has a number assigned to them. So 24 on that one, you can check that out. Some of them might have the wrong number assigned to them, and that's another easy way to tell. Here's one I think a lot of people do not know about. Ask for images of the figure's feet. Now, why is that important? Because check this out. You can verify there's an item number stamped on the feet and a Funko LLC logo somewhere on the pop. Again, you want to check the feet on these. It could indicate a fake, but it does say, remember, older pops didn't always have the greatest paint jobs. So again, ask for images of the feet of the pop because that could be a great way to tell. And again, like we just talked about when I showed you, other tools to identify fake Funko Pops. Use Facebook groups like I did. I'm in the Dr. Applesauce group. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. Just ask for help. Say, hey, can I get a legit check on this Funko Pop? Most people will be glad to help you because they don't want you to overpay for a fake Funko Pop. Hey, so moral of today's story is I got burned for $160 on fake Funko Pops. I don't ever want that to happen to you. So hopefully this video helped you in some way to find out some ways to tell which Funko Pops are fake or not. Another tip I'm going to give you before we wrap things up is the person that sold me the Mr. Krabs, if anybody ever asks you on Mercari or any other site to give them a review before the item is delivered, they don't get paid on Mercari until you go ahead and give them that review that you got the pop and you give them that review. They wanted me to do it before I got it. That was an early red flag that, hey, why do they want me to review it before I have it? Warning signs should be going off on things like this. But you know what's real out there and something that's not fake? My great Patreons and channel members. I want to shout out my Patreons and channel members. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I see a lot of real names on there on that Patreon list. I see you over there, Beard of Pop. Over there, Adam. I see you over there, Sassy Cajun, Umpty Scratch. And go over to here to my channel members. Wow, a lot of great names, a lot of great real names on that as well. I see you over there, Iconic Odd and Country Nerd. A lot of great real names on there. Hey, and if you're interested in joining the Patreon or channel membership, you can join it. Links in the description to join the Patreon, or you hit that join button right beside subscribe. Get a lot of great perks on the channel. Hey, I hope you learned a lot from today's video. Have you ever gotten a fake Funko Pop in before that you thought was real? Let me know in the comments. Tell me the story behind it. I'm excited to hear about it. And let me know what you did. I will say, happy ending to this story. I am getting a full refund from Mercari. So that is a happy ending at least to the story. And hey, there's one great thing about these fake Funko Pops that I got. Each one of the sellers were nice enough to send me a free protector with each fake Funko Pop. How nice of them. Well, that's going to wrap it up today. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.